To write the modular programming. Yeah. How to define a module in Python? First thing is we have to get to know. Now we know what is module, right? Basically.
Right.
So how to define our custom modules in Python? First thing. Actually, there are three ways to define a module in Python. A model can be written in Python itself. It's a, as we see, we depend on .py file, write our Python code there, right? That is one module. You can simply import that module in some other place and reuse it, right?
Right.
And a model can be written in C language and loaded dynamically at runtime. See, I said Python is a glue language, right, guys? Scripting language. See, most of the Python inbuilt libraries are written in C language for the speed of execution.
Okay.
See, why most of the programming written in C is some other topic, because if it is a C, it's very near to the hardware, right, guys? Assembly language, right? Basically, near to the compile languages, and it works with near to that hardware. So let's say if Python is a high level programming, right?
Right.
And it is a scripting language. So the what benefit you will get Python is whatever libraries, whatever the code already available as some module in some other programming language can be imported as a Python modular and start reusing it. Understood
Yep.
the advantage here?
Yes.
Money, you understood this concept? Brother, are you there? Writing Python itself, we can write on some code in Python and reuse that one, right?
Right.
And sometimes you may need some performance. Python is like, a little bit slower than the compile languages, execution
Right.
speed, because
Yes.
it's a scripting language.
Okay.
So
అన్న
yeah,
వాయిస్
this
వినిపిస్తుంది కదా అన్న?
yeah, ఈ పాయింట్ అర్థమైందా?
ఓకే. యా అన్న అర్థం.
See, a model can be write in C language or Java language or .NET language. Okay, any language. We can use that particular model as a Python package like RE model or some other model. Okay, that means basically what I'm trying to say is some models already available in some other languages. We no need to implement that Python code in our program, in our project, right? Let's say Python can simply provide an interface to reuse that C language code in the Python program. It is best, right?
Right.
Hello? Are you able to understand this point, second point? Please tell me, or we will go in depth.
Advain.
Money? అర్థమైందా? రెస్పాన్స్ స్లోగా ఉంటే నాకు అర్థం లేదనుకుంటున్నాను. ఓకే, let's say, let me give a small introduction about that. Yeah, see, whatever code we are writing is Python, right?
Right.
While writing Python code, some of the code already available other language. Some of the code already available other languages. So instead of writing that code again here, we can simply call that code from Python, right? Here cross technologies happening. Observing my point, guys? Because Python is one programming language, C is another programming language, C++ is another programming language, Java is another programming language, C#.NET is another programming language, right?
Right.
But how are you able to reuse the code that is written in C in Python code as a module. So if it is, you see, if you have a code that is available as some module, you can import that module in Python and start reusing the calling that members in the Python, right? Calling that functions or classes in the Python, right?
Right.
So that Python is providing a one interface to reuse to call the code from C languages, let's say Python integration. Okay, now with the help of Python, that interface will take care about converting that C language to the Python understandable format at runtime. Okay, with the help of Python, we can integrate the C language into Python. So if with the help of Python, we are able to call the C code, right? That means for the specific functionality, because of the language difference, we may not need write it again in the Python language, right? We can simply use that, because I am frankly saying today Python so many modules written in C language only. Okay, so many modules for performance. That is one reason. Another reason is C is a language from beginning it was there, right?
Right.
So that means C is having the collection of reusable pieces of modules for specific functionality, right?
Yes.
So that again, if Python is, after some years Python came, right? So compared to C, Python may have only very less modules if you comparatively, if it is, okay?
Right.
But the thing is, whatever the functionality is available as a C module, C libraries, we are able to use as a module in the Python code, right? That
Right.
means Python will have all that functionality as a modules, right? Even that is not written in Python.
Okay.
Understood, guys? Money? Okay. Money, your voice is audible or like you're silent? I am not getting. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's say XYZ dot, let's say getting stocks, Satya. Stocks in getting stocks info. Let's say one dealing with stock. There is a module in C that is written in C language. Okay, now?
Okay.
So in my application, I am dealing with the Python program to deal with the stocks, so that whatever this stocks is, let's say Python for software foundation is want to add new package to handle the stocks, right? That means whatever the C language having, same thing need to write in Python, right? To reuse in Python, basically.
Right.
So instead of writing this thing here, is a lot of effort required, right, guys?
Right.
So instead of that, Python will able to reuse the C language, C libraries with the help of Python interface. Okay, now?
Yep.
With the help of Python interface. Understood?
Yep.
So that C language there very long time. So that so many that means we have so many reusable libraries, right? Might be implemented in C language.
Right.
So those
Yes,
all
sir.
can be simply reused in our Python, right? No need to rewrite them again in the Python, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Understood now?
Yeah.
So with the help of this interface, we are going to work with we can reuse the C language libraries. But the thing is, as a Python developer, we are not aware of from which we are calling this particular. We are just deal with Python only. Okay, now we do not know from which that particular library is being called.
Okay.
Okay, our experience, we are just interacting with Python language only. Python internally takes care about. We simply import one module. Okay, that module
Okay.
may internally using some C language libraries or using some .NET libraries or using some Java libraries. We don't know, right? As a programmer, we are not worried about the low level things here, right? Just Python providing one module, we import that module and use that module in the form of Python programming language only, right?
Right.
Here నేను చెప్పదలుచుకుంది ఏంటంటే అదర్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ లైబ్రరీస్ కూడా ఇక్కడ పైథాన్ ద్వారా రీయూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు మనం. పైథాన్ కి అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఉంది. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే. ఓకే.
లైక్ ఆర్ఈ మాడ్యూల్ అనేది టోటల్లీ సి లాంగ్వేజ్ రైట్ చేశారు. సో సమ్ టైమ్స్ సమ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ మే నీడ్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ సమ్ పర్టికులర్ మాడ్యూల్స్ ఇన్ ది సి కంపైల్ లాంగ్వేజెస్, సి లాంగ్వేజ్ ఆర్ C++ or Java because of performance impact. Okay, compared to compiled languages, Python is little bit slow, guys. Okay, in case of program execution.
Okay.
Understood? So in always speed is not matter, right? In some particular situation, speed is matter, right, guys?
Yeah.
So at that particular area, we can come up with a plan like develop a on C language with help of C interface. You can reuse that C program in the Python, right?
Right.
Yes.
So that you can accomplish that, you can speed up our program execution, right? Sometimes we have to deal with that like that. As of now, I did not get chance to work with like this, but some projects they implement some libraries in Python, some libraries in C language, and reuse them in the Python.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And the built-in modules in built-in modules actually, the automatically these built-in modules will come from the Python interpreter, guys. Okay.
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 So let's say some modules, that module means some built-in modules automatically come with the Python interpreter.
Okay.
Let's say here I'm saying open, right? Open is a built-in function, right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
This is a function which comes with Python interpreter. Okay, now.
Okay.
So these things no need to import, right? By default, you can use that name automatically at interpreter level. These functions available, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
then only we are able to access them. These are global to the interpreter. Wherever we have interpreter, we can directly use them, right? The scope is available for this.
Yeah.
Right.
So in case of modules, built-in modules, if in case of we are saying in the built-in modules, in order to use that module, we have to import that built-in module first. Okay, now first thing is, if it is a module, if you want to use that module, first thing is you have to import that module into your program. Here, let's say I am going to import the module called sys. Okay, import module sys. Sys module is used to deal with the system. Okay, let's say what this sys module contains. Let's do dir. These all are function things that sys module is providing here. Okay, so no need to worry about everything. We just have to know which one should use at appropriate place. Okay, now these all are
Okay.
system related functionality. So let's say we with help of system module, we will get to know the system information. Okay, sys dot get let's see sys dot It will should
Windows.
show it should show the list. It is not showing. Get in where is the Windows?
Next line.
Windows version.
Below. Before hash, right?
Yeah, Windows version. అన్న వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుందా అన్న?
Yeah, in this.
ఓకే.
Okay. It is saying it is a built-in function, right? I have to call as a function then. Sys.get Windows version measure 10 minor 10.0. My version is 10.0 here. 10.0
Okay.
Windows 10. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the sys.platform, let's say. System means the hardware and everything, right? In this system, my system stuff. For OS related, we have other module OS. Okay.
Okay.
For OS dot here we have what is platform. Sys.platform. Windows 32 platform here. My operating system.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood? So
Yes.
in order to use this functionality, in order to find the platform, in order to get the Windows version at programmatically, we need one module, right? Built-in module. So these functionalities wrapped into one particular module called sys. Okay. So if you know what sys functionality is providing, you will get to know, right, when should use that sys particular sys module in our program.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in order to use sys functionality, first thing is we have to import that like this now. Import it. If you import, then only I am able to access the members in the module, right?
Yes.
Understood?
Right.
Like that, sys is a built-in one. Like that, we can have our custom module like xyz.py. We can import that into here and do it, right? Same thing for our custom modules also. If it is a built-in module, we import that built-in module and use it, right? That module comes from the Python software. So in order to use that module, first we have to import that module, then only use the members from the module.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So this is another way of importing defining model, built-in model. You can import it directly, right? Like this. I said.
Yeah.
So let's define our modules then. No.
Okay.
Okay.
So first thing is, before defining them, we already have some modules, right? We define something later. Here we have these all are modules only, right, guys?
Yeah.
Right.
So these all are modules only, right? So let's say, let's go over here, object oriented programming. Here we have a mobile body, right? I want to import this mobile body class here in this iterator file. I need this functionality, mobile body functionality, let's say. Okay.
Okay.
How do you import this mobile body functionality? If you need this, I need to define it again, right? If you do not have import capabilities. So that at runtime, you need a way to import this particular object into here and use that object, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So how will you do it? Simply from dot means the current directory, this file directory. This file is there in this directory. Dot refers to the current directory. From dot,
Okay.
oops in Python. Oops in Python is coming, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oops in Python. From this module, module is kind of a container that having the collection of functions, variables, and classes, right?
Yes.
From this module, whatever the object I need, I just import that particular object, like a class or function or variable. Okay. So I want mobile body, right?
Yeah.
So in this oops, we have these all classes with the matching name MOB. Okay. I want to mobile body. I will import like this, right? So
Right.
once I import it, I could able to use this in this class, right?
Yes, sir.
Understood? So obj equal to, once you imported, after that it is same, right? Wherever we
Yeah.
deal with this,
Object creation.
yeah, how what is this object, based on this object we do appropriate actions, right?
Yeah.
Mobile
Right.
body, it is taking screen type is equal to LED, comma, body height, let's say 2, some random variables I am giving. Body width equal to 3, comma, fingerprint, no, comma, color. What is the next variable? Fingerprint, right, guys?
Fingerprint. Yeah.
Fingerprint is equal to true, comma, color equal to red. Okay, some color. So that if I run this program, obj dot mobile details. So I am able to access the object members, right? Now, same thing I did in this class, right? Inside this class also.
Oh no. Yeah.
So only thing is, wherever we want to deal with the mobile body, you just need to import this particular class object, right? At runtime.
Yes.
So if we have this class available in this module scope, we can use this class anywhere in this module, right?
Yeah.
Understood now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Let me run this program. So seems like some import issue. Attempt to relative import from unknown parent package. Okay. So because while importing, we have to take care about some stuff. While importing like this directory is supposed to be normal directory. Okay, now it's supposed to be a package. What it is saying is import attempted relative import with no noun parent package. That means if you want to import like this, the directory is not the normal directory like this. So let's say this is the directory, right, guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you let's assume these all are the files, Python files, okay?
Okay.
If these all are the Python files, if you want to import HYD details functionality in the Pune functionality, if I want, I just imported like this, right? Basically, I import here, right? But while running
Right.
it is failing, right? That
Yeah.
means Python is not able to find this particular module. Okay.
Okay.
So one way to solve this problem is making this stocks thing as a package, Python package. Okay.
Okay.
In order to do that, we need to add one special file. We need to add one special file __ init __ .py. This is special file. Usually we keep it empty or we do some initialization while importing the module here. Okay. Just keep it empty for now. Okay.
Okay.
So now this talks is a package, not the normal Windows directory. Okay. Now Python point of view, this particular stock bits will treat it as a one Python package because of this file. Understood now, guys?
package is built with modules, right?
Package is a collection of modules,
Collection of modules. Okay, right. Yeah.
collection of sub packages. Sub packages also might be possible. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So now we are making the stock feeds as a Python package, right? With the help of this file. Python actually make this directory as a package with the help of this file only. Okay. Python will detect the stock feeds as a Python package with the help of this file. Understood?
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's run this program. Verify it. Okay. Attempt relative import to noun parent package. Okay, let me do it. Instead of that, we will do stocks. Stego stock from stock feeds dot. What is happening?
This is inside virtual environment package.
Yeah.
All these files.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So from stock feed is coming this here. Yeah, I think okay. This is best example. Okay, guys. Hello.
Okay.
Here
Yeah.
we have a stock feed, right?
Yes.
Stock feed. Okay. In this stock feed, we have this file, means it is a package, right, guys? Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So that let's import read data. Okay, now read data file here. Okay, let's keep it simple. Here, due to some Python is unable to detect this as a package. We will discuss in a minute. We will define our custom packages. But before that, this is our package right here. Stock feed is the package, right? So what I'm trying to do is from package. What is the package name? Stock feed, right?
Okay.
Stock feed dot these two are the modules in the package, right? Read
Okay.
data and
Yeah.
tuple class. I am importing read data. Okay, read data. So in read data, I just want to import some classes or functions that we want to use in this module, right?
Okay.
So let's
Yeah.
go there. Okay, let's import pipeline. Okay, pipeline. See, this is one of the sorry. This is one of the class, guys.
Okay.
Pipeline
Okay.
is one of the class in this model. Okay, one of the class in this model. So I imported this. After that, I can call this model pipeline model, right? Pipeline function, right? So pipeline, and pipeline actually taking one parameter called stocks data. The stocks data is available inside the stock feed, right? Let me give that. STO stocks feed. Inside this directory only this file is available, right?
Yes, sir.
So I am giving that path here. Okay. When I run this file, let's see what is happening. So now it is supposed to import this model, right? First. Hello. I am using pipeline class in some other module, right, guys? Now.
Yes.
Iteration of PL.
Yeah. When I run this, it run some analysis on this. That's by using this. Here we have a CSV file. Okay. We have a stock information here.
Okay.
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 So it is CSV file comma separated value. We have a code time, date, and all, everything is there. With help of this, our program is figured out trading day and the last time quote, number of valid quotes, most active hours, and the most active symbol. For Apple symbol on this trading day, at 16th hour is the most active hour. This means more trades happened at 16th hour. Okay, valid quotes are 6 in the day, in this day. Last time quote is 1629 is the last time quote. That means last time the trade happened. With the help of this file, we analyze this code. Okay, now.
Okay.
So like this, we predicted, we analyzed and produced this output. So the thing is, it's not about the reading CSV or reading data. It's about importing the code from one module to other module to reuse it, right? So read data, this pipeline class is being inherited from this package. And after that, I am able to reuse that package, right? That particular pipeline class and run that that code, right? That means I am able to reuse it right here.
Yes.
Guys, understood?
Yes. The init file is it is already created in the stock feed, or the init file we created in stock feeds already applied to the stock feed?
Well, when I'm creating stock feed, this one, I created this file. That's why I'm able to import here.
Okay, for every folder in the main folder, we if you want to make it as a package, we need to create new init file, right?
Exactly. If I remove this, let's say, if I delete this, okay. If you run this program, it will should fail. Oh, it's running. Somehow it is Python already loaded that stuff. But usually it will fail here. Okay. In PyCharm, we are not unable to do that stuff. But if you do this thing in the programmatic way, some other dot like POI file or something, it will fail. So my intention is, if you want to use your members outside this package, you have to have one init.py file inside it. Okay.
Okay.
Understood? So what is the use of this init.py? Python will detect this particular stock feed as a Python package, not the normal Windows directory or any Linux directory. Okay. So that Python, say when you import something like this, Python internally look for this particular object in some paths actually. First it will look at the built-in ones. Okay. Built-in Python built-in packages. If this particular thing is not found, it will look at the Python path variables. First it will look in our current model. If it is not there, it will look at the Python built-in model. If here also it is not there, it will throw the error. This particular pipeline one is not there. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me run this. Yeah. So before that, let me show you that what paths it will check. By default, it is looking at here, right?
Yep.
So sorry, not this one. Okay, sys module, sorry, I forgot. Sys dot path. Yeah, it is giving list now. See, hello.
Yeah.
System path, right? let's say, so we set like Python path, setting Python path in Windows, setting Python path in Linux, like that, right?
Right.
Why do you need to set the path means when Python looking for some specific attribute, Python will have some list of directories. Okay, every time it will look for the these particular imported attributes in those directories only. Okay, now.
No.
Okay.
So here our first sys.path, our stock feeds is there, right, automatically in this list. See user
Yes.
desktop stock feeds. So that's why you are able to import this one now.
Right.
So here stock feeds.